Good morning, this is Ryan Schofield and welcome to this Trading in the Success Zone video. This is brought to you by ETX Capital as part of the ETX Capital Traders Workshop. I want to talk about euro weakness. We've seen it for the last couple of weeks. It's been playing itself out. We've had a bailout of Ireland, okay? So we've had some really bad news. But the news has come out. Okay, and since that bad news has come out, the markets have continued to trend lower on euro weakness. Okay, so we as traders have been taking advantage of that. Now, you can see that there's been euro weakness. Just looking at this, this is my first chart, euro Swiss. Okay, you can see we're making lower lows and lower highs on this daily chart, trending lower quite nicely. Okay, so that's continuation to the downside of euro versus Swiss franc. Now, looking at euro USD. On this daily time frame, you can see how in the last 2 weeks have we really fallen pretty hard. Okay, this trend has been very tough, and we've fallen straight down to the big number of 1.3. We know that big numbers are psychological numbers, and to prove that, let me just go into the weekly chart here on this euro USD. Now I've highlighted 1.5, 1.4, 1.3 big numbers, and you can see how price has interacted with them in the past. Okay, there's been some major reaction with price at these levels, so we're back to it now. This weekly chart, we'll be making higher highs. Okay, we made a higher low there. Now this could potentially be a higher low. I don't know where it's going to be. It could be here, or this market could continue straight down. We need to show some signs of reversal. However, for all intents and purposes, this weekly chart is in an uptrend. Okay, it's uptrending, and we're coming down to this 1.3, which it's making me think that there could be some kind of reaction with the price down here. On the daily chart, there is the 1.3 number again. You can see how extended we are from the moving average. We've fallen very hard, folks. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hard days of falling all the way down into the support area down here. Now you can see these support structures start to play themselves out. You can see how we get support, resistance, 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 and we're coming back down to it. Okay, we're coming back down to this level, and bearing in mind that we extended. So we have been taking huge advantage of the euro weakness. There is a bit of concern down here in my mind, okay? Because what I like to do is I like to short trends. Okay, looking at this 4-hour chart, this has been in a lovely trend down. Okay, been making some lovely lower lows, lower highs. Look, every time that we form a base, we break through it, and we just trending lower ever so gently. Okay, we're pulling back up into the sell zone right now, so we're at a level here where I'm watching just to see what happens. Okay, this 4-hour chart is definitely downtrending with convergence. The RSI is making ever so slight lower lows. MACD is trending quite nicely to the downside. So this 4-hour chart is saying to me, find location to short, to find a good place to take advantage of this euro weakness. However, you can see that this 1.3 and this other support structure from the daily chart is just beneath. So we were at it. Okay, we're right here. So for me, when I look for a trade right here, this is going to show me a bit more risk in the fact that we're at the support. I'd feel a lot more confident if we were beneath it and we're rallying back up into it. Okay, so that would give me a lot more confidence. However, I like to take these setups and look for shorting opportunities in a good downtrend. So that's where we are. That's the kind of thing I'm looking at. So euro weakness has been playing itself out. It's evident again from these higher time frames. Okay, it has been a very serious downfall, and there is a potential for continuation down, because what other good news is going to come out for the euro right now? Okay, what other good news is out on the horizon? We're bailing out Ireland. Great, fine, that's all sorted. Now what? Okay, the market didn't obviously like that because we're falling. Also, the US dollar has been one of the strongest currencies across the board. Strongest against the pound, against Kiwi dollar, against the euro. So it's been a very strong currency. We've also had a trend start forming on the euro GBP. Okay, so between sterling and the euro. All right, looking at this weekly chart, you can see the same as the euro dollar, we're making consecutive higher highs. There's an ever so slight higher low. We're waiting to see where the new low is going to be. Okay, so in all intents and purposes, this weekly chart is uptrending by the very definition of a trend. We can see we've got a nice support resistance structure here through 8.400, which is a big number. We're back at it right here. So I'm interested to see what happens in the weekly. It is in an uptrend. Okay. Now, the daily itself has been making lower lows and lower highs, so we are downtrending. We've downtrended back down to the support resistance structure here. We broke straight through it, and we're starting to find some kind of resistance back at it. As prices converge to the downside, MACD and RSI have made an ever so slight lower low, converging to the downside to show that price is potentially going to continue to the downside. For me, if for a most logical target where I start to see some major kind of support and resistance is down near the 8.2 level, and that's evident if I look back down at the weekly chart. You can see in the past some resistance hovered just above it for some support, and then we're starting to reject it down here. Okay, so if we get any short trades, that'll be the most logical place that I'd look to take my trades down to. Okay, this 8.2 level. And let's skip down to the 4 hour. What we got here is a lovely downtrend which has continued all the way down. We broke through this 8.400 level. Okay, we've broke through it and we're retesting it. You can see making lower lows and lower highs. The MACD and RSI converging to the downside, downtrending. This chart is just screaming looking for short setups. Okay, so this is in my short watch list, looking for my entry. I don't have it yet, but I'm looking for it. 2 hour chart, same thing. You can see making lower lows, lower highs, down through the 8.4 big number, and we're starting to show signs of rejecting. Okay, we've rejected on that candlestick. I'll be interested to see what happens in the next few candlesticks. This is in my short watch list, as the moving averages are all confirming to the downside. There is convergence. Okay, so I'm looking for short opportunities on Euro GBP right now, based on the higher time frame flow. Okay, based on these lower time frames all converging to the downside and all putting back up into resistance. Okay, yes, I will. My idea of a short trade will be negated if a couple of things happen. Firstly, I would need the trend to change. Okay, so what I'd need to see is a breakup above this prior swing low on the 2 hour, because remember, trends change on the lower time frames first. Okay, so on this 2 hour chart, if we can break up above this level here, around the 8450 level, which was some support and resistance in the past, then and we close above it, we are starting to make higher highs, and then in this case we'll be starting to make higher lows, and that'll be an uptrend. Okay, that'll be the definition of an uptrend. So if we do that, then my idea of taking short opportunities will be over. Okay, so until it closes above that level there, I'll still maintain looking for shorts and looking to keep myself in a short position on Euro GBP based on all the time frames and everything that we have seen. Okay, so that's a wrap of the charts. We're always looking to find opportunity flow, keep ourselves in the direction of that flow. So hopefully you found this of use. Now, before I log off, I'd just like to show you or talk a little bit about the education offering we're doing with ETX Capital. If you are a client of ETX Capital, you're more than welcome to join us for the December education course, which begins the 6th of December. We're talking about technical trading ingredients, and then building on, as December goes on, advanced technical analysis and trading strategy. Okay, it's valued at £500 if you do it through Trade with Precision. But if you're an account holder, it's free. If you're not an account holder, then why not join today? You gain access to this. Okay, you're getting access to this this very, very valid and very, very good quality course, which has been around since 2006. Okay, if you just like to join any other information webinars, we do live webinars which are free to join up on FX, intraday index futures trading strategy, and as well as trading stocks. Okay, so there is a host of information. If you'd like to attend in person, why not? Come on down to the offices. You can come and talk to us, and we do live presentations. Okay, so come on down, have a meetup, have a sandwich and a cup of tea with us, and you know, enjoying this classroom environment. All right, folks, I'd just like to say thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you all have a very, very good week and happy trading.